You're listening to The Last Podcast with Bryan Renaud and Sheena Thornton, presented by Random Acts, with special guest star
Gina Palm! Welcome.
Today we are talking about the feature films of 2021.
Yes, we are.
We're going to talk about movies we liked and don't like from the year so far. Do y'all watch movies?
What's movies?
Can you use it in a sentence?
Not what's movies.
I deep dive on my Shudder account.
Yes, Shudder.
And you know, like Shudder does their own original movies, like Netflix does. Ooh, and so many of them are so bad.
So many of them are so bad.
I love it so much.
But it's like a replacement for straight to DVD movies from like 10 years ago.
100%. Yes.
It's like they still want these shitty ass movies.
But how many straight to DVD movies were kind of bomb? Just like didn't get
Sharknado.
Well, no.
That was a TV movie.
That was a TV. Oh,
whole other species. Yeah.
I think it's
right.
bogus. I think most like horror movies or like psychological thrillers, what have you, don't get good recognition or good representation on streaming sites because the Academy doesn't recognize horror
100%.
as a genre. When I'm like hanging at home, I don't like flip through Netflix or like binge TV shows. I just don't.
Yeah.
Not my thing. So it's just horror movies all the time, which is totally normal and like well adjusted and healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have bad thoughts at all.
It's
none.
It's a fucking.
It's a job.
It's prairie dogs in herds up here. It's just beautiful landscape and just cute little...
So, I mean, are you like me? I will be outside like by myself and I will be sure that Michael Myers or something is following me. Like, I'm just positive the killer is going to get me.
I have escape plans.
I wish a bitch would.
Escape plans.
Like, I'm tired. Like, listen, if you're gonna... Like, people ask, you know, like, what would you do if you were, like, the final person?
Final girl?
The final girl. And I'm like... Dude, at that point, if I just saw, like, my whole family die and shit, I would just be like...
Right, what are you living for?
Fuck it.
It's been a fair match. You know, we tried.
I would never get that
I would fight hard, though, but I don't think
It
the outcome would be good.
Depends on the scenario. Like, if I... Like, if it was, like, maybe me and one other person or me by myself, that'd be easier. I always think, like... And this obviously would never... make it in a horror movie because then there's no plot at all, but like
I'm gonna make it.
I feel like if I was in like a home invasion situation, I would just find something I could use to protect myself and go to one spot and stay there.
Yeah.
Just one spot and stay there. But that wouldn't make for a good movie, so of course that doesn't happen. But like
I would like to say it does, and it's Panic Room.
Oh Jesus Christ.
It is Panic Room.
Sheena.
Remember Panic Room?
Yeah, but anyway, do you have a favorite horror movie from this year then? If you watch a lot of horror.
Yes.
What is it?
I just didn't love Panic Room.
It is.
You love Panic Room.
I'm not going into this.
Stewart. Fuck Jared Leto.
It was supposed to be Nicole Kidman, and she dropped out. And
Here
I
we
said,
go. The
this
tea
is no
comes
longer
out.
For me. This is no longer
This is
for
why.
me.
Panic Room's dope.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's a different
Favorite
podcast.
horror movie or a good one you loved from 2021?
Hands down, my favorite from 2021 is a movie called Censor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so the premise, this is what set in the UK in the 80s.
Yeah.
In which they revamped a lot of their censorship
Oh,
laws.
it's on my list, but I haven't
Watch
watched it.
So essentially the story follows a woman who is one of the censors for the government, where she's like watching movies with her colleagues and they decide, if we cut something, can we give this to the public? Is this so far gone we can't do it at all?
Mm-hmm. So
they're just reviewing just gory, gritty shit all the time, all day. And, I'm not gonna get too deep into it. But the main character is, she's one of the censors for the government, and she ends up, through like seeing a lot of these movies, thinks that she may have found a lost person. It's
incredible.
Incredible.
I can't wait.
One of the most beautiful endings to a movie that also left me proportionately dissatisfied as well. Like, so beautiful, but I was like, what the fuck?
Just angers you. Yeah. No, I feel exactly the same way about Censor. I didn't expect it going in either.
I really thought it was going to go. It kind of reminded me, I don't know how quite to describe it, but you've seen Terrifier.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Something about the way that this movie was done was so reminiscent of Terrifier to me, where I was truly...
A little bit.
I was truly convinced there was going to be some sort of, like, violent demise at the end, and instead it was very, like, J.J. Abrams, like, vague, ambiguous, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think it fell flat, kind of, at the end, because JJ can't stick an ending to save his life.
No.
The poor man. Beautiful films. Cannot end.
Poor man, my ass. He's
a rich fucking
not
dude.
A poor man.
That's
He is not. He'll be okay. But JJ.
Wow.
If you're listening
I'm
to
gonna
this.
watch it. I will report back.
Please.
Amazing.
Sheena, do you have a favorite?
My favorite movie this year is not horror. Is Pig.
Pig. Mm-hmm.
With Nicolas Cage.
Also on the list.
He is a truffle farmer.
Love truffles.
Who was a renowned chef in the
They're
past.
so fucking good.
Who has gone into exile. I love truffles. Shut up.
Shout out
Truffles. Shout out to Truffles.
Truffles,
We love
but we don't
y'all,
know.
especially in mac and cheese.
Sponsored by Truffles.
I wish.
I wish.
Oh, damn.
Send
That's
us
sponsored by
truffles.
Truffles. Come on.
Send us truffle oil.
Big
Excuse me,
big
Mr.
truffles.
Mr. and Mrs. Truffle. If you could.
Anyway,
Anywho,
Pig
Nick Cage,
truffles.
renowned chef in his past, gone into exile as a truffle farmer. His pig gets stolen because there's a truffle gang, like a truffle rival. It's a truffle scene.
Gang.
It's a truffle scene.
I want to
Okay.
be in the truffle gang.
There's some truffle crime going on. So
That is the name of this episode. Truffle
Trouble
crime.
crime.
Boom.
there's some truffle crime
Amazing.
happening.
Just some
And
gentle.
Nicholas, dude, just some gentle truffle crime. And Nicolas Cage kind of bullies this one truffle rival's son to help him find his
The truffle
pig.
son?
The truffle son, Mr. Big Truffle, has a son.
Are any of the people in this movie people?
Are they
They're
all truffles?
Does everyone a mushroom?
And
Oh
this
my
is why I'm
goodness.
recommending it. Do lots of drugs. Go see Pig.
Well, I saw the.
Not that we would endorse drugs.
Don't endorse drugs. Drugs are bad.
But I would endorse putting truffle oil on pizza.
But
and
for
also
all
endorsing
the
Nicolas
kids
Cage.
watching, cigarettes taste like candy and they're really good for you.
Yeah, smoke as many cigarettes as you want, but
Now
do
they're all
not do
going to be
drugs.
hooked on cigarettes.
Ugh.
We are very important to our audience. They listen to us.
There's so many kids out there.
All the
Only
kids.
children
They're
listen
showing
to
this
this.
in elementary schools across this nation.
Demographic is only
For the
kids.
double feature with Bill Nye. God damn it.
The
the
science
openers.
guy.
We're the openers
We
for
are the
Bill
openers
Nye.
for
We're
Bill
the
Nye.
video openers.
Wow, so yes, Pig is also on my list.
Watch Pig. Pig is
Now,
amazing.
normally I am not one for a Netflix original film unless Netflix wants to sponsor this podcast.
Ooh.
Netflix to me is like how CBS is to TV. Unless CBS wants to sponsor this podcast. But you know, it's kind of just like, it's a lot of nonsense and a lot of like half-baked... Did I offend?
No. She loves CBS. She's the heiress to CBS.
Mr. and Mrs. CBS!
And you offended.
This is my Hannah Montana moment. You guys have something to tell you.
Oh my god, don't take the wig off!
I am Mrs. CBS.
She is CBS.
Oh man. But yeah.
Yeah. Gunpowder
But
Milkshake.
Gunpowder Milkshake, it's a badass action movie with like so much
Isn't it?
bisexual fucking lighting. It's an amazing cast. It's Karen, what is her last name? Jillian. She was on Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. She's the lead, and it's like an action movie. I don't love guns. I don't love guns in
hate
movies
guns.
a lot, but like
Love John Wick,
it's
though.
so stylistic. It's kind of like John Wick. And Angela Bassett is in it, and
She's
so many
My
fucking
heart.
good people. Just visually orgasmic. You just like love all of the characters. Highly recommend.
Amazing.
so many good SAT words.
Wow.
there.
What did I say? I wasn't listening.
Orgasmic.
That's not an SAT word. You would
That
never
wasn't
get
on
a
your
good
SAT?
score. Wait, is an SAT
Which one did
word-
I take?
Is an SAT word a word you use on your SAT or a word that's used on the SAT?
It's used on the
against
SAT,
you?
and mine definitely had orgasmic.
You guys, I was kidding. I was just trying to say those were big, interesting words.
Big and interesting. The definition of
Also
SAT.
on my SATs.
Great. Was there anything... I feel like I'm a talk show host right now. Hello, it's me, Ellen.
Oh no!
We're ruining all of our celebrity relationships in one fucking
Listen,
10-minute
Ellen.
stretch.
Listen,
But
Ellen.
listen, Ellen, you needed to listen a lot sooner.
Listen, Ellen, we thought.
And now
you
you're
were
on your final
cool,
season.
And now.
And who goes out in a 19th season? You know she wanted to do 20.
She wanted that 20, but guess what?
And she said, I can't handle the criticism.
You fucked up.
I feel like I have to cut this. I'm too scared of Ellen.
But while you're ahead, we can't do the Ellen's gonna kill us.
Ellen is gonna send people to kill us. She
Would
already
you
knows
please,
where we are.
Ellen, please.
Kill me.
Don't.
Just,
Take Gina, not me.
I'll go too.
It's How did we get to Ellen?
You're a
said
talk
you
show
felt like a
host.
talk show host.
Oh, do you have movies that you didn't like from the year?
Before we, can I just jump in before we do this? I was gonna circle back. You were talking about queer horror. Knife and Heart.
On my list,
Knife
but I
and
haven't
Heart.
watched it.
Watch it. It's not from this year, but
Yeah,
it's a slasher
2019,
and
I
a
think.
porn. It's a slasher and a porn studio.
We love. Oh, I thought you were going to say slasher and porn.
This is sponsored by
First
porn.
time? Okay, so one of the ways that Sheena and I first bonded when we met was talking about horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
And I
Yeah.
had just
That's the only thing I know how to talk about, guys.
I had just gotten a Shudder subscription, and I texted her and asked her for recommendations. And I was like, hey, like, it's date night tonight. Like, my boyfriend's coming over. What would you recommend on Shudder? The first thing she recommends is a French gay beach porn.
Yes.
It's called Stranger by the Lake, and
They
it is
are
a
like-
masterpiece.
They are, like, full on.
Was it a good date?
It was... Literally, he paused it a quarter of the way through, and he was like, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. I'm so sorry.
On that note, we're going to have a word from our sponsor,
Oh, God.
Shudder. No, it's not Shudder.
It's
Wish.
beans.
It's probably Ham.
Are you afraid of the dark? Maybe you were. Maybe you are. Maybe you should be. This October, join Random Acts for Scary Stories Around the Fire, featuring 5 horrifying audio tales. The Scary Stories experience will be available at youtube.com/randomacts or wherever you enjoy your podcasts. Visit randomactschicago.com for more.
Welcome back. Thanks for still being here, if anybody is. No, that's so self-deprecating. I'm going to cut that.
I hope you leave it all in.
Welcome back. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. That was too cheerful. Okay.
Go for it. You got this.
Me?
Do it.
Okay. Welcome back. Thank you for still listening, if you are. We are talking about now movies we didn't like from 2021 so far.
I'm so sorry, Sheena. I'm champing at the bit here.
Yes.
Old
Chomping?
is
Old?
the worst box.
haven't seen
Whoa,
it yet.
whoa. So, go ahead, please. Because I have an opinion.
M. Night Shyamalan needs to stop.
Oh.
This is just getting absurd that he took an amazing cast and he just used that to make the movie seem legitimate. And I was legitimately just so maxed out and bored I fell asleep at the movie theater.
You fell asleep?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You went to a theater to go to sleep.
I also
I
went
was-
to a theater to go see Old. And I loved it.
I'm so sorry.
I
thought-
loved it. And you want to know why? That was brilliant. It's one of the only movies that's filmed completely during quarantine. He rented out that entire resort, got actors, big actors that weren't doing anything at all at the time. Signed them up, nobody in, nobody out. They filmed that whole flick.
That's what I'm saying. Is
It
like
is beautiful.
he had this like star-studded cast
Yeah.
like that was gonna make up for lack of substance, in my opinion.
Mm.
I'm so sorry.
like,
I think he's getting absurd to a point where it's no longer provocative. You know, it's hard to follow, and it's like, God damn it, man, again. That's how I feel about it. I just was like, oh, cool, so the babies are having babies, but then the babies are the adults, and then the babies are, like, I was just like, okay, great. You know what, M. Night, live your best life.
No, I haven't seen
you're
it.
looking around, I'm like, did you not?
Babies are having babies or having babies?
Yeah,
or
babies are having
babies?
babies are having babies in
Whoa.
Old. It is babyception. But I thought Old was a beautiful allegory for how we waste our time and how
See, I just thought
age is quickly approaching us.
See, I thought the entirety of old could have been summed up in a fortune cookie.
How?
I don't know. YOLO. You won't...
You only live on this island that makes you old once.
This is what dreams are made of. Carpe diem.
There is some Shyamalan that I'm like, go fuck yourself. Lady in the Water.
Yeah, I was so excited about that and it fell flat.
Yeah. The Happening. No.
But
Such a good B movie, though.
Oh, I've seen The Happening
The
like 6
acting
times.
is like, their faces just don't move. And it's the
It's
trees.
the stiffest acting, and the plants are killing us. And
It's fascinating.
terrible.
It's so
that could
fascinating.
have been a good movie.
And it's rated R for no reason.
For no reason.
there might have been smoking, though.
But I
Yeah.
wish Old was rated R. Because they would have just made it that much better for me.
You know what? I wish Old was rated never existing because it was so bad, I think.
Wow. Sheena, do you have a bad movie?
I'm reeling from Old.
I know. I'm sorry to...
We normally agree.
We normally
all of the
agree.
time.
I'm so
It's
sad
okay.
you didn't like Old.
Yeah, I passed the fuck
You
out.
slept there. You
Maybe
risked your life and
you'll
slept.
like it again on a rewatch.
Yeah, I was like, rewatch it. Rewatch it.
Okay.
'Cause
No, that's fair.
Have some caffeine.
The end is a little like we didn't need a bit like that big chunk where they're like swimming through. Like we didn't need
I
that.
just think
we
it
didn't
was-
need all that.
They just really dramatized vague chaos and used that to fuel a story that was spotty at best. Just my...
Oh, I'm reeling from
I know.
Gina's old review.
Okay, what was your worst?
Well, so my worst in terms of it wasn't a very good movie, but I had the best time watching it. Willy's Wonderland. Nick Cage once more.
I did watch it.
You watched Nick Cage in a Chuck E. Cheese
I
going
did
ape
watch
shit?
it. Yeah.
I've never heard of this movie in my life.
It's Nick Cage.
A lot of people say it's Five Nights at Freddy's, the
Well,
movie,
yes.
if you know what that is.
Oh
No.
shit, yes.
It's basically like Chuck E. Cheese, but they come to life and they're evil.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But Nick
it's
Cage beats the shit out of 'em.
yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't do it for me.
It was not great.
I feel like that premise you could do so much more.
Probably, yes.
Okay.
But I had the best time.
I'm happy for you.
I was
I
exhilarated.
yeah.
Doing great, sweetie.
I watched it during quarantine. I was like, this is so
Yeah.
much fun.
Yeah.
When did you watch it?
I admire them for doing it.
Yeah.
They could have done it differently.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it only a couple weeks ago, I feel.
Oh, you
Yeah,
watched it
I've been
at
on
a
a
different
kick.
mind state than
Yeah.
me.
Well, it's still quarantine.
Oh, true facts, but like second quarantine.
Because
We're
when did the first one stop?
prime.
Anyway,
The first one stopped.
we don't have too much
We all got
time left.
vaccinated.
So I'll just say mine
Yes.
is I recently watched it on Hulu.
Oh, that says something. I'm sorry, Hulu.
It was called The Glitch in the Matrix, a documentary. And like, who doesn't love the theories of like, multiple universes and glitches in living in a simulation, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There are people who believe if there's any chance that that we're living in a simulation, then we are living in a simulation.
I fully
Which is
believe in
interesting.
simulation theory.
Um,
Truman Show's
But
one of my favorites.
this fucking documentary was embarrassingly terrible. They literally only interviewed like random basement white boys from Reddit. They're literally like, I have known about the serpent people since I was a kid. Like,
Not the lizard people.
just
I'm
like
upset.
fucking pulling shit out
I'm
of their asses, and the documentary people are just like, yeah. Like, I was embarrassed. I was so mad because that's such a cool idea for a documentary that could actually be scientific and interesting.
But here we are.
And
It's funny
it
that
was-
that's where it was broadcast, because that sounds like a TLC thing.
It
That
sure
sounds
does.
like-
I mean, it's not like a Hulu original. Like, it's something that is licensed. It's just where
It
I
seems
happened
like
to
a
see it, but I
Hulu.
do believe it's from this year.
Okay.
Don't recommend
So I
it.
won't. Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna check that
Pissed me off.
out. How long
No,
is
I
it? What's the
watched it.
runtime on it?
Like 80 minutes.
Oh,
too
too long.
fucking many.
Too long.
The amount of... That's at least one episode of 90 Day Fiancé I could be watching.
I love 90 Day Fiancé.
That is an
have not
episode
watched
in
one
itself.
episode
Oh
of
my
90 Day
god.
Fiancé.
There are 20 of them and they are all worth watching.
Where do you watch 90 Day Fiancé?
Well, I watch it on the TLC app. I have mommy and daddy's cable login.
You can also get it. You can get it for free on the Discovery website.
For free.
Yes.
One of these days I'm going to break down and get Discovery Plus, but currently I have Apple Plus because I've been watching Schmigadoon.
Speaking of Apple Plus, Lizzie Story, Stephen King
I do need to watch
adaptation.
it. Love
It
Julianne
is
Moore.
sick.
Yes.
It's sick.
I also need to check out Physical, though I haven't heard great things. But I miss Glow, and I
miss
love,
Glow too.
Oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. Rose Byrne.
Yes.
And what else? I need to finish Servant. This is not just
Servant's
my Apple
not,
TV
Servant's not great
watch
to
list.
me.
No,
I
it's
fell
not
off
good,
Servant.
but
Did you watch Servant?
I'm a completist.
I feel so left out right now because I don't know any of these TV
because
shows.
nobody has Apple TV.
Nobody
Plus.
wants Apple TV but me.
I still have an
Apparently
Apple
Bryan.
TV. I just don't watch those things.
Well, I would recommend Lizzie Story because it's a Stephen King
Schmigadoon. If you've
episode.
ever
Don't
seen a High
waste
School
Lizzie
Musical,
Story.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah,
then
I've seen it.
Schmigadoon is fucking hilarious.
What?
Yes,
I don't know this.
it's like Lorne Michaels, Cecily Strong, Keegan-Michael Key,
On Apple TV?
Kristen Chenoweth, Jane Krakowski,
On Apple TV?
Alan Cumming.
Where can I watch
All
this?
of them?
Apple TV Plus.
Holy shit.
All of them.
Not sponsored.
Not a sponsor.
Not
Would love to-
sponsored.
love to have
I
you all
am
on the
paying
podcast.
$4.99
Shh.
to watch.
Just stop.
Why is that censored?
I just felt like it should be.
We probably should talk about how much we pay for Apple TV.
Yoinks.
Everybody pays $4.99 for
That's
Apple
true.
TV. Why would that?
I pay like 14.
You pay $14 for Apple TV?
No, not Apple TV.
Is Steve Jobs
Yeah,
ripping you
no,
off?
okay. I've added on like sports networks.
Of course,
and
you
stuff.
have to pay for the
that's my
extra
prime.
channel.
Sorry, I just
My prime's
okay.
like that.
yeah.
Well, the basic Apple TV is $4.99.
I keep getting
And
it.
right now,
Sorry.
I don't
he
need
works for Apple
Peacock
TV secretly.
because Girls 5 Eva isn't airing, and
Lord,
Rutherford Falls isn't airing.
Scared.
And what was the other one that was on Peacock? Oh, Saved by the Bell.
I didn't
That's
know
good as
you were
fuck
so
too.
pro Apple TV.
Yeah.
I'm literally
I
saying
have
that
2
I'm not.
shows on Apple TV, and I'm like, one sucks. Don't watch it.
I'm literally saying Apple TV is not worth it, but I got it for Schmigadoon.
And I accidentally got it
That
for
doesn't even
Servant.
sound real.
That sounds like a fake sentence.
When you say it like that, it sounds like schmigadoon is a colloquialism for like cheap.
Yeah. Or
Like,
a cult.
I got
or
it for
a cult that
Schmigadoon.
or a cult that you're in.
I got these apples for just one Schmigadoon.
What's the Schmigadoon to dollar
On this
ratio?
fucking weird ass note. Any other closing thoughts?
This episode was sponsored by Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon on Apple TV Plus. Here's an ad. Because
You're
at this
welcome.
point it might as
Might as well be.
why not?
Thanks for watching.
most
Or
people probably
listening.
are just listening. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
Perceiving.
listening.
Thank you first and foremost for listening, because even if you're watching,
You're
still
also listening.
I hope. Or you could read the subtitles.
Or you can just mute us and watch it.
Just put it
That'd
on
be
and let us
fun.
get the...
Put some nice music
guys-
on later on.
You guys are acting desperate.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's how I live my life. Boom. Desperate.
When you're in your 30s, you'll
Yeah,
be desperate
you'll
too.
understand. We're all desperate.
Thank you for listening to the last podcast presented by Random Acts. Visit randomactschicago.com for more.